guys, today I am filming outside. It's still a little chilly here in Indiana, but it's not too cold. I can endure it. So let's just get right into this video and talk some books. The first book that I have here is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. I have not put this review up yet. I did a buddy read this month with my friend Mason. I will link his channel down below. But I really enjoyed this book. Can't wait for you guys to see my review on it. The Institute by Stephen King. My review has been up for quite some time. I will link that video somewhere up here or up here in the cards so that you can check that out if you haven't seen that yet. But I did this review with my friend Brad Proctor, and I'll also link his channel down below so you can check out his review. But I ended up giving this one a 5 stars, and I just had a lot of fun with this one. So those are going back to my library. Let's talk about what I did last week. So I decided that I discovered that I don't typically read short stories. I wanted to change that this year, so I went into my library one day. I didn't really have that much time. It was I had some time to kill before I had to be at work, so I decided I was going to go into my library with the sole purpose of searching for very tiny books. So I would just basically scan the shelves, and any tiny little book that I saw, I would pull it out, check it out. I decided to leave the library with 4 books. The 4 books are here. I have read 2 out of the 4 since I've gotten them. I will be doing some reviews on these. So the first one, I read this one yesterday. It's called The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn, or Gillian Flynn. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I have not looked it up, so please don't attack me on the internet. The next one I read was Stop Pretending, What Happened When My Big Sister Went Crazy by Sonia Sones. I love this book. It's a poetry book told in sort of a progression of when her sister went crazy to the moment where their family finally accepted that she had this mental illness. I tabbed it quite a bit here. Very first poem, very last poem were one of my favorites that I tabbed, and I cried so many times while reading this. I loved this poetry collection. The final 2 books that I picked up that day in the library, I have not read yet. I actually don't think that I'm going to read this one. I picked it up because of its cover. It's so pretty. This is The Scribbly Man by Terry Goodkind. Not gonna lie, I read the first 5 pages of this book and decided it wasn't for me, so I will not be finishing this book. This one, this has been on my TBR for quite some time. It's a classic. It's Animal Farm by George Orwell. I just don't know if this is the time for me to be reading this. Right now, I'm just looking for something that's simple, quick, sparks my interest, very gripping, something that I don't really have to focus on too much because of the fact that I am having to put all of my focus effort into my studies right now, into my career prep. So this is just something that I would rather just take my time with and really just be fully present and put all of my focus and energy into it, and I just can't do that right now at the moment. Next, I read this one yesterday. It is a recommendation from my parents. It's called Rhinoceros Success by Scott Alexander. This edition has a foreword by Dave Ramsey, and I will be doing a review on one of his books, but I have a very fun video idea for that. So that will not be coming until probably next month in March. But getting back to this book, this was published, I believe, in 1999, and it's very simple, extremely simple read. I read this in one sitting, maybe 30-45 minutes, but it's just stuff, common sense knowledge, and it's just a quick, easy read to get you motivated. So if you're looking for something that's going to motivate you in terms of getting out there and charging full speed at your dreams, as this book kind of goes back to and refers to constantly. But this is about the difference between, it uses animal analogies in terms of rhinos and cows. So you want to be a rhino in this world. You want to be that person who knows that they are born for success. So that's kind of what this is about. I might go into the book in more detail in another video, I don't know, but I ended up giving this one a 4 stars. I got my first book mail from someone else, meaning I got my first book mail that I personally did not purchase. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, I am going on a book buying ban, except for the month of April, my birthday month. I have a trip planned, but other than that, I'm making this year a year of reading one's own, also with the exception of whatever I find in the library. Probably most of those are going to be for my monthly buddy reads that I've been trying to set up for each month this year. So if you don't know, I am doing buddy reads this year. It's one of my 2020 goals. I want to do at least one buddy read each month for this year. I have buddy reads set up with fellow booktubers through the month of April. So anything past April, I am wide open. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, I would love it. So you can contact me by email or over on Twitter. Finally, I want to talk about a book, well, 2 books that I received in the mail from a self-published author. His name is Michael Clark. He sent, sorry, there's a truck going. So he sent me this maybe a week and a half ago, and I was so happy and thrilled and excited because no one had ever sent me their book before. So I am just loving this book so far. This is book 1, The Patience of a Dead Man, and he also sent me Dead Woman Scorned. I am currently on page 101, chapter 15, and there are 368 pages in this book. This is right up my alley. I mean, I love horror, I love ghost stories, thrillers. This one is really just doing it for me. I love setting, I love characters, I love books that really just take their time and so that I can be fully enveloped in the story. His writing is really good. An interesting thing about this story is that this home where the story takes place is actually based on his childhood home. So he goes into such depth in describing and laying it out for you so that it puts you there in that home and on that property. So I'm just loving this book so far, so be on the lookout for that review, and then I will probably take a little break and then get into Dead Woman Scorned, which I'm really, really excited for. I've heard a lot of good things about that one as well. That's my current reads, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. I would love to have you here. I do a lot of book reviews, book discussion type videos. I also dabble in a little bit of poetry. Subscribe, like this video, comment down below. I love comments. I love interacting with you guys. And yeah, so until my next video, don't forget to bookmark Beth. Bye guys.